here in Port Harcourt. It's is it the last day? Is it the last day? Yes, it's the last day. It's the last day in the month of September 2021, or any September for that matter, really, even if it were last year or next year. Yeah, that means tomorrow. Tomorrow is a brand new day, obviously. Friday, obviously, as well. Also, a brand new month. It's October 1 tomorrow. And that's significant for a number of reasons. It's Independence Day for Nigeria. So happy October 1 in advance. In advance, because that's still tomorrow. Some hours to go before then. Congratulations. Nigeria is it 61? Is it 61? I think it's 61. Congratulations to everyone. Nigerians home and abroad in diaspora. And God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria, indeed. All right, so from now till about 7, we keep the conversation going. I hope things are looking up in spite of the rain. It's been raining for quite a bit, actually. I guess we can expect a lot more of that for some months to go till about the end of the year. And I hope that, well, I mean, what's the point in hoping? The floods are there. They're not just going to get better because anyone wishes them away. No, we actually have to work in it. We have to do something about it for the situation to be abated. And leaving it in God's hands cannot be one of those things. Or praying that it's going to go away or that God will work a miracle isn't going to cut it either. We have to do something about it. And let's hope that government will consider it a priority sometime soon. So welcome again from now till about 7. We keep the conversation going. A few matters to be discussed on the show today, as usual. I've got side comments coming up, random stories, random thoughts in my head on issues that will not be discussed in this hour until possibly much later on during the open season. So you're live even after 7 years. Who was it in the Bible? There was some person, I think, who some woman, it took her many years before she had a child. Can someone help me out? It took her many years before God answered her prayer, I think, and she had a child. Some person in the Bible. Can someone help me out? Anyone in the Bible, any woman, took her many, many years, you know, praying to God, believing in God before she had a child. I think some place in the Old Testament, I think. The WhatsApp number is 0809 030 6416. Oh yes, Anna. Yep, there was Anna. Anna, how many years was Anna, by the way? How many years was it? Was it up to 7, or was it longer than 7? How many years exactly? Okay, I'm getting lots of Annas over here. Anna. How many years was Anna? Was it 7 years or was it more? Was it 7? Can someone help me out? How many years did it take Hannah? I think her son was, who was the son again? Was it Samuel? Was it Samuel? I think it was Samuel. Yeah, Samuel. So thank you very much. Someone said it was Samuel. But how many years did it take from the time she got married? I'm trying to remember that. So does anyone remember that? Does anyone remember that? You know, how many years was it? Oh, okay. Sarah was 90 before she had her son, Isaac. Okay. Okay. You know what? No one remembers the number of years, but that's fine. The point is, the point is, it took her. Okay, someone says years not mentioned for Anna. Anna waited for Samuel for many years. Okay. All right. Okay. Someone says 14 years. Someone's got a figure here. Says 14 years. Was it 14 years? Anyways. We might need to investigate that one. Do some research on that. Need to dust up the Bible, really. I may have gathered some dust right now. Dust it up, you know, check out how many years it was. Just go online and Google it. Do I have the time for that right now? Let's see. Let's do a quick Google search. A quick Google search right now, okay? How long, just a moment, how long did it take for... and for some sacked lecturers at the Ken Saro-Wiwa Polytechnic. 7 years afterwards, the Lord reached out to them through the judicial system, the National Industrial Court. And here's the story. National Industrial Court in Port Harcourt has ordered the Rivers State government to register the 217 staff of Ken Saro-Wiwa Polytechnic 7 years after their sack. Now, in his judgment, Justice Polycarp Herman said the state government did not follow due process while sacking the affected staff. Recall that in the first tenure of Governor Nyesom Wike, he sacked 435 staff, including lecturers of the Ken Saro-Wiwa Polytechnic that were recruited during former Governor Chibuike Amechi's administration. A man of peace and 3 others dragged the Rivers State government to court for unlawfully sacking them. Now, one of the lawyers to the sacked staff, Courage Nsirimovu, told our correspondent that it's clear the Rivers State government erred in its decision, and he advised the Rivers State government not to appeal the judgment. Let's hear what Courage Nsirimovu had to say about this 7-year miracle. Yeah.
Everybody has a right to appeal. The moment court has said they be reinstated, the status quo now is that, as it is right now, they are employees of Ken Saro-Wiwa Polytechnic, and any person that harasses them will have to face the court on contempt proceedings. However, the government has the right to appeal, but then, in the spirit of socio-economic justice and in the spirit of building the nation, I mean, the government should allow it.
All right, so what is the implication of this order of the National Industrial Court and for the sacked workers, the sacked staff, and for the River State government also? We'll look at that in the 4 o'clock hour. I'll be having 2 guests for that conversation. Now, lawyer to the applicant, the sacked staff, Courage Nsirimovu, joins me for that conversation. Also, I'll be having Henry Akinde. He is with the Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, a lawyer as well. Both gentlemen will join me for that conversation in the 4 o'clock hour. That takes us to 5 o'clock. We've got the news update then. And guess what? September 27, a couple of days ago, was World Tourism Day. Oh, well, yeah, you probably didn't know. But it was World Tourism Day. And let's talk about tourism. I told you, I mentioned some days ago, I was in Andoni local government area, and it was quite fascinating. Some of the things that I saw, you know, the vegetation, the water bodies, you know. I've been told that elephants have been sighted there even recently as well. And the beauty and the splendor was just absolutely remarkable, really. And even I was amazed as to the incredible potentials, you know. And I had discussions even with the chairman of Andoni local government area, Honorable Erastus Owutu, and he is, you know, we talked about the situation and some of the plans that they might have over there to work and things. It is a huge challenge though, but not just Andoni, but even other parts of Rivers State as well. I've been to Ndoni as well, you know. They got the great scenery there also, and other parts of Rivers State. We got immense tourism potentials, and that's the point of it all. What are we doing with it? How can we harness it? Are we doing enough? Do we need to do more? These and other related matters we'll discuss in the 5 o'clock hour. I'll be having Yubo Koko with me in the studio. He's the DG Rivers State Tourism Development Agency. He'll be my guest in the 5 o'clock hour for that conversation after the update. Headlines at 5:30 p.m. The major news at 6. Open season comes up after that at about 7. When we wrap up the conversation. The Sports Gang will be in by 7 for extra time. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday we had Champions League games. Tonight, Thursday, I believe we are having UEFA Europa League games. Catch all the action with the Sports Gang from 7 p.m. as well. So pretty much that covers items up for discussion on today's show. If there are any changes, as does happen once in a while, you will be the first to know as long as you stay tuned. But for now, we get on with some side comments, random stories and random thoughts that I came across, which will not be discussed now, but much later on after the news at 6 p.m. We'll take a look at some of those matters. Now, Governor Nyesom Wike says the federal government has failed to provide a responsible government which he said necessitates sustainable governance. He also criticized the overdependence of states on the federal government, adding that no state is poor. Governor Wike said this during a lecture at the National Institute for Security Studies in Abuja. Let's take a listen to some of what the governor had to say on the matter in Abuja. Just a moment. Here we are.
The states have become beggars. Beggars. No state can be so. Think out of the box. And how do I improve my entirely living? Every state, no state is poor in this country. No state is poor. It is this overdependence on federal government. At the end of every month, they send their accountant general come down for fact. Nobody wants to sit down and think. Look at the environment. Look at the environment. Look at the opportunities that are bound, and build the enabling law that will make you to survive.
Okay, now this is truly fascinating, and to some degree, I could say that I possibly agree with the River State governor too. To some degree, I could say that I agree with the River State governor on his postulations, or on his position on the matter. However, it's also interesting. I mean, it almost seems like the governor is pointing one finger and he's got, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 others pointing back at him, because he talks about the failure of the federal government. And maybe the federal government has failed, but he also identifies the failure of states as well. And might I remind the governor that Rivers State is a state within the Federal Republic of Nigeria as well. Now, think about it. Just think about it. Now, once again, remember I said this before you start drawing out your daggers and stabbing me for trying to distract His Excellency and my land's good image. Whatever that means. So, once again, I do somewhat align with the governor's position on the failure of the federal government. I hope you noted that, okay? All right, moving on. So, take away the proceeds of oil, the oil and gas industry from River State. Take away the revenue that comes from the oil and gas industry in River State, and what do we have? Yeah, the governor's right. Every state has got something. But once again, what have we done in River State to diversify our economy? What tangible efforts have we made that have significantly diversified River State's economy? If we were to take away the revenue that comes from the oil and gas industry, and that means everything associated, with the oil and gas industry, what do we have left in River? If we take away 13% derivation, if we take away tenement rate that comes from oil majors and the not so majors, if we take away all of these revenues and VAT and taxes that come from everything associated, connected to, related to, intertwined with, interlocked, whatever it is, with the oil and gas industry in River State, take all of that away, what do we have? Even here in River State, what do we have? What is it? What are we going to fall back on? So if the oil were to dry up tomorrow and the gas were to evaporate, what do we have left? I don't know. Can someone help me out? I mean, what do we have left, really? So we definitely have a lot of work to do in Nigeria as a country. The states have a lot of work to do, and that includes River State, by the way. River State has a lot of work to do as well. A lot of work to do. Yeah. Because it's easy for us to talk like this because we've got the revenue from our oil. What if there was no oil? What are we going to be talking the same way? I don't know. Okay, I asked a question. I said, take away the oil. What do we have in River State? It was a rhetorical question, actually. I wasn't looking for answers. But guess what? The good people of River State, have decided to provide answers to that question, even though I wasn't requesting for responses. But I've got some answers here. Burden says we have task force. Yes, we have that. Dial, we will have task force left. Yes. Dial, we will sell the waters from our rivers. Well, we have lots of rivers. Dial, we have we have structures. We have structures on ground. Yeah, we do. We'll have our flyovers. That's from Albert. We still have flyovers. Yes, we do actually. We do. We will have wasted land all over of no use. That's from Famous Villages. We have fishes and Isam, periwinkle, and we have flyovers. All right, that's from Sarah. Take away oil, and we will have. Oh my! Take away oil, and we will have politics. Politics left. All right. Daya, what do you mean? We have flyovers and crossing bars. Daya, we will have flyovers. Revenue. All right, someone says revenue from matching ground. All right, matching ground. Oh well, Daya, we will have a task force harassing vehicle owners and collecting money and flyovers. Timothy Nyama. Anna says we have task force. Godwin says community levy and matching ground. All right. Daya, we have structure and people and people on ground. Okay, all right. Take away oil. We will have Riwama. Somebody said spa. Okay, all right. Lekara Lezogia says we have Ogoni Gary for sale and senior men. We can generate revenue from the flyovers. All right. All right, so you get the message. So many, I can't keep reading them. There's so many still pouring in, by the way. But you get the whole idea, I suppose. You definitely get the idea. Now, that said, I hope we're going to look into the situation like the governor identified in Abuja. Even here in River State, we need to work on something as well. We need to do that. So let's see. What else caught my attention as I checked out the news today? Some positive news from the River State House of Assembly as a bill seeking care for victims of gunshot wounds has passed first reading. Why that's a conversation we're having in 2021 is something that completely amazes me. But still, you know, better late than never, I suppose. It's a conversation that we need to have nonetheless. But here's what the Honourable had to say on the matter.
The summary of this bill is to save life. Ensure that we don't lose our loved ones because of some administrative policies that are no longer tenable in the person who is a victim of gunshot without making reference for police clearance. That is the whole idea.
All right. Well, better late than never. So it's a good one. It's a good one, no doubt about that. I mean, it's better we have it now than we never have it at all. So that's a good one. Still on the responses as to what we will have without the oil and gas industry in River State. Somebody says we have our gyms. Yeah, we probably have that. Someone says we also have Julius Berger. Oh yeah, that was recently a recent acquisition in a manner of speaking. Someone else says we have Julius Berger. Yeah, all right. Okay, all right. I have to wrap up the side comments shortly. I do have to right now. All right, so now's a good time to wrap it up. So let's look into that. Let's work on it. All right. It's very good that we are in a hurry to collect VAT, to take over the collection of VAT, and that's possibly a good thing. I have no problems with that. But once again, if we didn't have the oil and gas industry thriving in River State, what VAT are we going to be rushing to collect? You know, are we going to be this zealous about collection of VAT in River State? You know, so let's look into that. So that's it for side comments. I go on a break right now. When I return, today's rant comes up. Please stay with us.
We connect you to the world. We connect you to the vicinity. We are Nigeria Info.
Listen to me, I said this is a real situation and the government has to do something about it. Try to insinuate all these people looting Nigeria's money.
This is Nigeria Info. in the heart of Nigeria. 92.3. We are Nigeria Info.
A clean surrounding is a collective effort.
Diseases could be avoided
With good hygiene practice, be more responsible with how you dispose waste products. The environment will be better looking without litter and exposed garbage. We love our city clean. This message is from 92.3 Nigeria Info.
We give the facts.
News entirely.
We give the evidence. Just to keep you informed.
News, weather. I get my information top of the hour every hour.
92.3 Nigeria Info.
Information is a two-way thing. Nigeria Info, it's your turn. Let's talk.
And now, Hard Facts. Hard Facts with Dio.
Okay, Mark, still hard fact 91.3 Nigeria Info, Harry Port Harcourt. I'm done to go before 4 o'clock, make that 24. I'd like to rant for just a bit. I've got something in my mind. I'm expressing some thoughts in it, and you're very welcome to express your thoughts in mind all the way till 4 p.m. Now, without much ado, let's just get right into the thick of today's rant. So, today's rant was inspired by some story I came across on our bulletin from earlier today. An interesting piece of news, actually. And I thought it did inspire me immediately. And immediately I saw the news, I just knew this was going to be the subject or the inspiration for today's rant. Now, here's the news item. The Rivers State House of Assembly has threatened to embark on a protest to the National Assembly over the exclusion of Rivers State from projects to be financed by a fresh World Bank loan. Leader of the Rivers State House of Assembly and lawmaker representing Obiakpo Constituency 1, Martin Amewule, while moving a motion, condemned the exclusion. Here's what he said.
A lot has been said already regarding the motion. I therefore want to say, Mr. Speaker, that against this background, urge this Honourable House to do resolve as follows. Number one, condemn the exclusion of Rivers State as a beneficiary state from the proposed government of Nigeria. Two, urge the National Assembly to ensure the inclusion of Rivers State as a beneficiary state from the proposed government loan, which is before the National Assembly. Three, any order that this House be different.
Meanwhile, Speaker of the House, Ikunyi Iwaji Bani, after listening to deliberations by members of the House, set up a three-man committee that would meet with members of Rivers State National Assembly caucus to ensure that the state is included as a beneficiary of the World Bank loan.
Members have agreed that the House do condemn the exclusion of Rivers State as beneficiary from the proposed federal government of Nigeria loan that is before the National Assembly. Prayer 2, urge the National Assembly to ensure the inclusion of Rivers State as beneficiary from the proposed federal government loans before approval of the request is given by the National Assembly. The House also resolved the 32-member state constituency legislature will rise and make formal protest to the National Assembly to register our displeasure on the exclusion of Rivers State as a beneficiary of the loan that is being sought by the federal government to fund projects, and that in doing so, our National Assembly members, the senators and the House of Representatives would also be consulted.
All right, so here's the summary. Rivers State lawmakers are threatening to embark on a protest over what? Over the exclusion of Rivers State from World Bank loan for projects. On a protest. Being the key word here, the honorables in our House of Assembly here in Rivers State want to embark on a protest. And guess what? Information, unsubstantiated information allegedly reaching me indicates that an unknown, unspecified security agency has received intelligence reports. And a press conference may have been organized, allegedly, but unspecified. Security agency allegedly received unspecified, uncertified information, and this is from an unsubstantiated press conference. And we might have some audio. We might have some unverified audio unverified audio from this press conference. Thank you very much to all the pressmen here. Please have your seats. We're about to start now. Welcome to this press conference. We're about to start now. Please, on the AC, constable, on the AC over the place. This place is hot. On the AC. Get the manager to get the remote control on the AC. That one is not on. Did we not pay money for is the money not complete that we paid? Put them on the ACs now. On the ACs. Yes, gentlemen of the press, you are very welcome once again to this. I will not give them project. Well, this agency has considered this as a threat to national peace and considers this as an attempt at undermining the safety of lives and property, as this agency also questions the validity of this misadventure by these honorables. It is also important to note that the honorables did not seek the permission of this agency before deciding to threaten. They even used threaten to embark on this protest. And as a responsible security organization set up to ensure the welfare and protection of lives and property, we were digging around. We have to dig around. And intelligence reports reaching us indicates that hoodlums, in fact, before it used to be hoodlums, but we have superior intelligence information now stating that bandits are poised to hijack this protest, and they want to take over it, to use it under the guise to unleash mayhem on the good citizens of Abuja, especially the seat of power in Abuja and Nigerians at large. We hereby warn the honorables to refrain from this illicit misadventure, as any attempt at an infraction on the peaceful law and order process of this country will be dealt with and met with decisive force. I repeat again, will be met with and dealt with decisive force. And anything they see, they should take it like that. So that's it for this press conference. Thank you. Note that I said intelligence report. We have received it, and they are so warned. They are so what? They are so warned. All right, by the way, once again, unverified, unsubstantiated press conference you had just a while ago on this threat of a protest by honorables in Rivers State who want to protest. But besides that unverified, unsubstantiated, alleged press conference on the so-called misadventure of the honorables, the point of today's rant is to remind their excellencies and honorables that they can protest as well, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if they are certain that Rivers State has been treated unfairly, they have a right to embark on a protest, because besides being honorables, they are first and foremost citizens of Nigeria and possibly even indigents of Rivers State. They are exercising their right to express their grievances. As lawmakers, I'm not even sure a protest is the right way to go, because they have other legislative means of expressing this displeasure. But if they choose of their own volition, free will, to embark on a protest, I dare say that they are well within their rights to do so. And I feel quite certain as well that there's no way our honorables will go to Abuja, or anywhere for that matter, to embark on a protest without the express permission of His Excellency the Governor. Yes, I know you would tell me that they are an independent arm. You and I know these things. The His Excellency must give them permission to do so. So if honorables can embark on a protest without fear of intelligence reports or hoodlums or bandits or ISIS for that matter taking over and unleashing mayhem on good people of the area, why then are we very swift to threaten peaceful protesters here in Rivers State? Why are we in a hurry to threaten them that they will meet with decisive force? Why does the police, Rivers State Command, always and only always getting intelligence reports that hoodlums want to take over and cause mayhem, when citizens, law-abiding citizens, want to exercise their constitutionally guaranteed rights of expressing their displeasure or grievances with government policies, actions or inactions via protests? Is always a problem. There's always intelligence reports. And government also issues some subtle threats as to how anybody that comes out will meet with decisive force. Decisive force. Decisive force. But honorables now want to embark on a protest because of project. Because there's no project. This is simply a reminder to government at all levels, especially the government here in Rivers State, to at all times uphold the rights of citizens. Because the fact that you are Honorable Your Excellency does not change the fact that first and foremost you are a citizen as well. You also have rights. And you will not be Honorable Excellency forever. What happens tomorrow? When you want to embark on a protest and you don't have the covering of Excellency or Honorable, and the police begin to get intelligence reports about you as well, and they deal decisively with you, what will happen? We will ask us to wear our gyms. To wear our gyms. But when we decide to express ourselves lawfully in protest, you deal decisively with us. On that note, I end my round. Thanks for listening. Hope I didn't bore you. And I thought about later. Numbers to the same line to rip, and we got 0817-93-0002 or 0003-0817-93-0007. We're live on Facebook.com/Nigerian for PH and WhatsApp on 0809-030-6416. Please keep it brief, straight to the point, and once the call is answered, do turn down the volume of your radio set. We're also live on YouTube. Just search for Nigeria Info PH on YouTube. Let's see, what do I start with now? Once again, it's facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Let's see. Dial, the Honorable should be declared wanted by the FGN. That's from Pastor Smith. Okay, all right. Now you can see how Rivers lawmakers and school teachers protested about non-payment. Lawmakers were sleeping. Johannesburg staff protested for poor payment. Lawmakers were still sleeping. Even civil servants protested for pensions and so on. Nothing happened. But what it has to do with money for them to share with the governor. They want to run to Abuja. Wickedness everywhere. Ari from OGRA said that.
Hello, Dio. Good afternoon.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, I think for me the House of Assembly is on pause because if you check, like as we just talked about intelligence report and all of that, it's not usually the House of Assembly that normally says so, rather the security agency. So
the government also issues very strong statements against protests. Local governments do so, the state government also.
Yes, it needs be to say so. It's not unusual that each time, but sometimes if you protest. After all, they protested the other day to government house, and heaven did not fall. So why would this one be a different one? That is for that. But this other one, if I were the governor, I wouldn't do anything in the state as it stands now, because I cannot develop my state. At the end of the day, another person will come and...
Chris, I think you're deviating from all the matters, but great to hear from you, though. I've got Michael from Burikri in the line. Michael, you're welcome. Please go on.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hello, go ahead.
We are here in this state when an unknown helicopter fired at a passenger's boat. No member of the River State House of Assembly up to today protested to anywhere for a thorough thing to be done on that case is there. We are here in this state when floods damage people's property across some parts of Obiakwa and Faga. No member of the House of Assembly from these areas protested to anywhere. So to me, it is uncalled for. It is for their selfish interest.
No, but if it affects Rivers State, I mean, wouldn't it be a good thing if some of the projects highlighted by the federal government come to Rivers State as well?
As we speak now, the Rivers State government has proposed 25 billion naira to also borrow.
Yes.
So I'm thinking if the federal government declines giving Rivers State their own share, they can use that money to do, because
the point is the Rivers State government can borrow as much as they need to borrow, as long as they utilize it appropriately in Rivers State. But if they feel shortchanged by the federal government, because it's the federal government project, the federal government is not going to give the money to Rivers State. It's a federal government project. All right, David's gone as well. Join the conversation. Do I have any? This is a bit confusing. Anyways, let's see. Okay, where's my Facebook at? Okay, like I said, this is quite confusing. Alright, so over to WhatsApp now. Yeah, okay, let's do WhatsApp. Go to dial. How many of the State House of Assembly members have protested of bad roads, poor infrastructure, lack of light, and non-payment of state civil servants of the constituencies? How many of them can protest for the ones they represent in their constituencies? And those claiming they receive intelligence reports of protests being hijacked, they don't have intelligence reports when bandits, herdsmen, or unknown gunmen want to attack innocent citizens. Thank you. Timothy Nyama sent that in. That's what Rivers State has been turned to. The state governor and police do whatever they like. Now, will the spokesman be arrested and asked to call Nigeria Info that he can't appear based on medical grounds? The intelligence reports also indicates that the protest is ill-timed given the security situation in the country, and therefore any attempt to compromise the safety of the good people of Nigeria would not be taken lightly. Thanks. Yeah, that's how they all usually sound. You're good. You're very good. You're very, very good. But if every other state are part of the beneficiaries of the loan, so why is Rivers State not part of it? For me, they should be part of it as well. Let there be equity and fairness. That's on Cosmos. With the Mayor Cosmos, you're absolutely right. Rivers State should not be shortchanged. No state should be shortchanged. All right, let's see. Back to the phone lines. Once again, 0817 93 0002 or 0003 or 0007 are the numbers to call. Let's see. Apologies, I'm unable to access Facebook right now, but once that changes, I will be reading out the messages from there on. And back to WhatsApp now. Hi, the Nigeria Police has received intelligence report of a purported plan by members of the Rivers State House of Assembly to embark on a protest in Abuja to destabilize the ongoing peace. The organization has sacrificed a lot, both in personnel and amenities, have been achieving in this country. Intelligence report says hoodlums are warming up to hijack the protest and replicate the NSAS destruction which the country and the organization is still battling to recover from. We urge them to desist from such protests, as the force won't be held responsible for any humiliation the honorable members would receive if they go ahead to destabilize the ongoing peace the force has been doing a lot to achieve. Thank you. Hello, it is eternally presumed that any protest not in favor of the sitting government has some element of mischief and are most definitely sponsored by the opposition. So, most definitely also, intelligence will be activated and hoodlums will be lurking around the corner to hijack the protest. It's very unfortunate, obvious that the present State Assembly members lack focus, proper sense of priority. That's from Anthony. All right, let's see. Still via... what's up? They will be shouting, Mr. Speaker, as they are protesting that very day. We need enough action and prayers so that God will intervene. That's from Uzoma. Okay. Do we have Facebook up yet? Let's check that out. Okay. Via WhatsApp. Kenobi Kuru on Facebook goes, our pensioners have not been paid their gratuities for a long while. They should also protest in this regard. All right. David, hello, welcome. Please go on.
Yeah, good evening, Dario.
Go ahead.
Another intelligence report I just got is that Governor, the neighboring state to Abuja, the closest state to Abuja rather, which is Kaduna, and then the higher Bello of Kogi State are planning their own counter protest, and members in the House of Assembly, which is larger. Kaduna State having over 42, and Kogi State having over 36. I will be storming Abuja on the same day. The River State House of Assembly members will be planning to do their own protest, be a counter protest. So it is a warning now to the River State House of Assembly members that a greater force is coming to do a counter protest against what you're doing. So, so before one, so before armed, you are at your own peril if you decide to come out to do that protest. You are on your own, because when the Julius Berger workers were protesting and they were shot, nobody came out from the House Assembly to protest against it. When Julius Berger staff was killed at Bukana because of a protest they are doing there against the company, you did not come out. When a taxi was killed at Eleme, and the Eleme constituency representatives did not come out to protest at the floor of the House of Assembly. But now you are coming to protest because it fears that little stipends was not given to you by way of your cost for the World Bank loan. Where were you? Why didn't you protest when you were giving 72 billion naira refund and Ebonyi, Enugu, and Calabar, Cross River, who were on the same list which you were not giving a dime? Why didn't you protest on behalf of those states? You see, the selfish, hypocritical government we have, they should go ahead to protest. They will save greater force of counter protest. But by that time, there will be 3-1.
It's their right to protest, David. They have a right to protest, and that's the essence of it. They have a right to protest, actually. Via Facebook, Aberani Boye Violet Arigo, civil servants and pensioners have been protesting, but the state government has not listened to their cries. Oh, what a wicked world. What is the essence of the loan that does not have effect on human lives in Rivers State? All right, let's maybe a few more comments via WhatsApp to wrap it up. Good afternoon. The intelligence gathering reaching us is that unknown gunmen will hijack the protest, and we hereby warn the honourables to desist from doing so. If not, the full weight of the law will be against them. We hereby warn them. Ubong from Woji Senat. And Dio, good evening. The same protest that made the governor of Rivers State to declare Julius Berger workers wanted, same protest the governor has instructed police to make arrest of anyone protesting in Rivers State. Is it not shameful for honourables and the state to embark on protest? I wish the police will also arrest and put tear gas on the honourables that will be going to Abuja just to protest. Festus Kingsley said that. Well, Festus, that should not happen. The police should not do that. They shouldn't tear gas them, they shouldn't shoot at them, they shouldn't harass them or manhandle them, because they are well within their rights to embark on the protest. And that's the essence of this. So if the honourables have a right to embark on the protest, as they have threatened to, and hoodlums or bandits will not take over the protest and destroy the peace we have been building for the last 100 years, then Nigerians everywhere in this country, Nigerians in Rivers State, also have a right to embark on peaceful, law-abiding protests without the police getting intelligence reports that ISIS will take over the protest, without the Rivers State government issuing statements of threats that the full weight of the law will crush anybody that comes out, just because the protest might be seen as against the government, as this previous comment here highlights. So, protect the rights of citizens, everybody, even those that may not be blowing your trumpet, because they have rights. And guess what? The rights that you stop them from exercising, someday, like now, you also will need to exercise that right. And yes, you may not be tear gassed because you're an honourable or excellency, but you will leave office someday. And you will be pained or disturbed by some situation, and you will also want to embark on a protest. And you will also want to, exercise your right as a citizen to express your displeasure with government actions or inactions. And you will expect the police to protect you and not get intelligence reports that Hezbollah or the Taliban will take over the protest to cause crisis. And that's the whole essence of this. All right, that's it. We've got business news coming up today at 4 p.m. When I return, we're discussing the National Industrial Court ordering the Rivers State government to reinstate workers of the Ken Sariwa Polytechnic who was sacked by the Rivers State government. Please stay with us.